Hi everyone, and welcome to Open Forensics Lab. In this video, we're talking about tips for providing feedback and writing ballots for individual events. A ballot is more than a place to record rankings and points. It is also a teaching tool. For many students, ballots are one of the main ways they learn what is working in their performance and what they can continue developing. The goal of constructive feedback is to help speakers celebrate their strengths and build their skills. One useful way to think about ballot writing is through the idea of confirming and disconfirming communication climates. In a confirming climate, people feel valued, respected, and taken seriously. Even when they receive critique, they feel like the feedback is about their work and their growth. In a disconfirming climate, people may feel dismissed, judged, stereotyped, or personally attacked. Even if the judge did not intend harm, certain comments can make students feel like they don't belong in the activity. As judges, our goal is to create a confirming climate. That does not mean we avoid critique. It means we critique the performance in ways that are respectful, specific, and useful. Effective feedback is usually observational, specific, and actionable. First, feedback should be observational. That means describing what you notice without making broad judgments about the speaker as a person. Instead of writing, "You're not doing a good job of making eye contact," you could write, "I noticed that you refer to your note cards frequently, especially during transitions between main points." Second, feedback should be specific. A comment like, "Delivery is good," is positive, but it does not tell the speaker what to keep doing. A stronger version would be, "You use effective vocal variety to emphasize key points. Your shift in tone during the personal example helped clarify the emotional stakes of the speech." Specific feedback helps students identify repeatable skills. Third, feedback should be actionable. It should give the student something concrete to try. Instead of writing, "Interpretation could be stronger," you might write, "Consider making the character shifts more distinct by changing posture, focal point, or vocal quality when moving from one character to another." In other words, actionable feedback gives the speaker a path forward. Now, let's talk about what to avoid. First, avoid comments about a student's physical appearance. Do not comment on a competitor's body, attractiveness, clothing fit, hair, makeup, weight, facial features, or whether they look the part. Even comments intended as compliments can make students uncomfortable or shift attention away from their performance. So avoid comments like, "You looked beautiful today," or "Your outfit was distracting." Instead, focus on performance choices that are relevant to the event. Second, be culturally competent. Students come from different racial, ethnic, linguistic, regional, religious, gender, and cultural backgrounds. Judges should be careful not to treat one communication style as the only correct or professional style. This keeps the feedback focused on communication choices rather than suggesting the student needs to change or erase part of who they are. For example, judges should avoid writing something like, "Your accent was distracting." Instead, a judge might write, "Consider slowing down during source citations or key terms so the audience can clearly catch names, dates, and major claims." This keeps the focus on the outcome, clarity, instead of identity. Third, be sensitive to neurodiversity. Not every speaker communicates in the same way. Eye contact, facial expressiveness, vocal variety, pacing, or physical stillness may look different for different people. For instance, instead of treating eye contact as a universal requirement, focus on how the speaker can achieve audience connection. Instead of, "You need to make more eye contact," a judge could write something like, "Consider choosing one or two strategies for building audience connection," such as eye contact, vocal emphasis, direct references to the audience, or relatable examples. This gives the student options for achieving a goal without treating any single behavior as required. Fourth, be attentive to physical ability. Some students may have disabilities, injuries, chronic pain, mobility limitations, or other physical realities that shape how they move and around. Judges should be mindful of this when making comments about things like gestures, movement, posture, or blocking. Focus on intentionality and available choices. For example, someone might write, "Your stillness creates focus during serious moments." One area to keep developing is how you signal transitions clearly, whether through movement, posture, a pause, or vocal change. That kind of feedback respects the speaker while still helping them grow. Before submitting your ballot, reread your comments and ask yourself, would this feedback help the student improve? Is it focused on the performance rather than the person? Is it specific enough to be useful? Is it respectful of cultural differences, neurodiversity, and physical ability? And does it create a confirming climate even when I'm offering critique? Remember, judging is not just about deciding who won the round. It is also about helping students grow. Thanks for watching Open Forensics Lab.